Onomatopoeia.
And we're live.
Hey.
Hello.
It's still
Welcome.
awkward.
Well, I hear onomatopoeia as right as we're saying. I was like, what?
Cinnabon. There you go. Okay.
Oh, they're not sponsors.
No.
No, but they are yummy.
Yeah.
So welcome everybody to another fantastic week of Ætherealms.
Yay!
Yay!
Brought to you by Lakeside Legendz. Yeah. All right, before we get rolling, got any shout outs we got to give?
Geek Grind Coffee. Promo code Iconic.
Literally shouting that out.
I have nothing today because I'm not even drinking coffee right now. I've got my big, huge jug of water today. So.
Hey, hail hydrate.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Geek Grind Coffee,
Today's
great
show's
company.
being brought to you by water.
Although Elven Enlightenment did have that today. There you go. So, good stuff. But promo code Iconic, 20% off, $50 orders, shipping is free, and
They have
back to you.
downtown. I think that's everything there. Anybody else got any shout outs they want to do
anything
pre-show before we get to the
interesting
post-show?
going
So this is the 200th day of the year.
Is it really? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're almost
And in
done.
celebration of that, we're going to have a TPK.
Nice.
No!
Double 100 this party.
Let's be honest, we've gotten really, really close.
Yes, we
This is true. And it wasn't even because of physical damage.
Nope.
Just
This
because.
is all spiritual.
Yes, when the whole party joins the dark side, that's when you know you got a game.
I don't know. That would be a really
Covenant with
interesting
God.
game.
It would be,
No,
especially.
it's literally called Call of Cthulhu.
Hey, that was the first game
It's a thing.
RPG I played was called
way to
Cthulhu.
start. I mean, oh my goodness, ouch. That's just that hurts my brain.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
but that I don't have
Then
anything.
I guess if there's nothing else, let's get into character.
Okay, we are back. Because when he rolls, it like
Watch
messes
me.
up everything. So,
Easy.
but that's just the game master.
Dang
We are back, by the way. That's for
Hi,
playing
we're
around.
Hi.
We're all realizing our dice that we all designed in this program got changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're all sad.
Mine is still.
I fixed
Good.
mine though.
Yeah. Look at that.
I haven't
Arctic
played with
metal.
I'm sure you guys will see them here when we, maybe, I don't know, I guess we have to get into battle
Depends
mode.
on if we
Here we go.
need them.
We will see.
Last week on Ætherealms, the crew of Tyche's Fortune anchored in at the town of Harbor Rock and went into town to get some R&R to have Wynn steal the belt of a rather rough-looking reptilian humanoid that got them into hot water, forcing Lorna to have to duck it down an alley to lose the trail, only to have a voice whisper in her ear that led her to Madame Zaka's, where a conversation occurred, and if you want to know what that conversation was, feel free to check out our stream from last week.
VOD will be up shortly on our YouTube.
Soon to YouTube near you. Okay. The last stuff just talked about in there, I don't want to get too deep into it, because that was a conversation that went two directions, and so I want to repeat that. In the meantime, the rest of the group managed to eat some sort of meat.
leg?
A big giant turkey leg.
Big.
It was
These are, like,
delicious.
I imagine it was like, I imagine it being like this big, so whatever turkey leg equivalent, it was this big.
Yeah. It was like an ostrich leg.
Can you tell we all miss Ren Fair?
Yeah, so that happened, and the group eventually reconnected with Lorna, and they are heading to the Silver Inn. That is where we start tonight's adventure.
Yay.
Activate. Okay. All right, so you get to the door. You click on your character. You should hear the sound of a tavern.
Did we want to show this on the stream? I'm not sure. Or not. Is that a pool in the middle?
What?
Is that a pool?
That's
You'll
what it
have
looks
to go
like.
in and find out.
Is this a beach bar or something?
Yeah,
It's a beach tavern, guys.
that's how you get viewers in your stream, man. You just throw a pool down.
Yeah.
Wait, we should have all been in our swimsuits.
Oh,
Yeah, can you put
goodness.
us in the hot tub section of Twitch right now?
That's right.
In a second, I have to get it all pretty before I switch over.
Yeah,
to
I'm waiting
that.
for it to pop up on the stream before we get
Just
rolling
a
into this place. And as soon as
second.
you
Oh my
walk in,
gosh,
trust me,
that's
the darkness goes away. It's just because you're in the doorway.
People are actually in this pool.
It's like
Right?
it's only like halfway
Are they
showing
playing
up.
instruments in the pool?
Why is only half of it showing up? It's like black on half.
Because you haven't walked into it yet. You're
Oh.
still standing out on the
Walking
street.
Oh, so I can walk in there really quick so I can get it to show.
Yeah.
There we go. So it
you
actually
go.
showed. I thought you were going to turn it off doing that. Okay, just a second. Let me.
Well, it was just a doorway.
I know, but just like put it up there. Okay, switch.
So as you enter into the Silver Inn, you'll see that there's a large common room with tables spread around. There is a stage in the center that looks to have
Stage.
yes, it's a stage, not a pool, that has
Stage.
glass. Although there is something underneath it that is making a rippling effect and casting lights up on the musicians that are up on the stage.
So it's not a pool.
It's not a pool. So if you look real close, you can even see like
That's
little
too
scratches
bad.
and stuff on it and stuff. So yeah, on the stage, the scuff marks.
I just figured that was the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you come in, and this person right over here drops these drinks off at the table, turns towards you, and says, "How can I help you?
Move that over so we have that ready.
Would you like a table or a booth?"
Oh, are they talking to us?
Talking to
one?
Cedric.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cedric did exactly what I did on screen. He just like slowly turns and just looks at the person.
Okay, I'll step forward and say, yes, we would love a booth. Please.
Oh, you're with him. Very well, follow me. Did say a booth, right?
You said, would you like a booth? So I said, yes, we would love
I
a booth.
said a table or a booth.
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to get a dice roller on here, sorry. I'm slightly distracted. Just trying to fix this really, really quick. I guess a
is
table, because
weird.
we're going to need more.
So, like, Lorna is entirely overwhelmed. She was overwhelmed before she walked in here, and now she's just like,
All right, she takes you
we'll
over.
do a table because we have more
Oh, a
people
table?
coming. Yes.
Okay. Well, then you can have this table.
Excellent. Because we're meeting the captain and everyone else here for dinner, right? And that's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said last session.
Right.
Okay. I've slept since then, so I gotta make sure.
I love that excuse. I've slept since then. I'm taking that.
I say that a lot.
It might end up in a book. No.
All
yeah,
right.
it's
So
just
she
going
sets
in
you
a
a table. It's
book.
like, what can I get you?
What's your special this evening?
I'll bring you a menu.
Okay. No need to be rude.
She scurries off. Just as the band begins to play.
Nice.
Lorna's gonna lean over to Cattell and point towards one of those people, and I don't know if this is a decision that was made on the DM's part, but sorry, it's there. Someone? Is he an elephant?
I look over where she's looking. Do I see an elephant person?
It's an elephant person.
Yes. There's all sorts of folks in here. Got this person here. Is a turtle-looking fella. Got.
I'm gonna put on my glasses. My screen's too far away from me.
There's a person who looks like an elephant, and she's like full on pointing.
I would know what this is, right? I would have seen one of these people.
A Loxon, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's
talking
a
to this regular guy and a cat. Like,
he's called a Loxon. They're not terribly uncommon, I guess, where we are.
On the way over, Cedric just like stopped here and looked at the turtle person, and then walked to the chair, and then is now just staring at the turtle person. In the
he
suit?
is busy talking to this guy, so he hasn't noticed you staring yet.
Okay, but Cedric's doing it like this, you know.
Do I notice Cedric being awkward?
I
Yeah,
noticed
yeah,
it,
of course.
and I go up and I'm like, Cedric, that's not right. That's rude. Let's go sit with us. Sit with us, please, please.
He like turns his front to face you guys, but then looks over his shoulder.
Just watch at a distance. Let's go.
Do you need
Let's
to
go, please.
speak with him? Are you just fascinated by what?
It has a shell.
Yes, it makes them very difficult to attack, so don't.
Yes, one would have to go for the neck.
At that, he turns around and faces you.
Excuse me? What was that?
Don't. Please ignore my friend. He's just never seen a turtle. It's a turtle, right?
Yes.
Did he say he was going to stab me in the neck?
No, he's
Our line of work is never seen.
Our line of work is to deal with certain people, so he's just thinking in the future, if we ever ran into a bad turtle, you have nothing to worry about.
Please come with us, Cedric.
He's sitting. Cedric's sitting with
Did he
us.
finally sit?
Yeah.
He goes to the other side of the table.
He's looking like this.
Well, I'm glad I
I
have
feel
introduced
like
you to
Cattell-
Atrix.
I feel like Cattell and Lexi are like kind of taking care of like country bumpkins. Like, you know, in manga and anime and stuff. That's what we've got, a couple of country bumpkins.
Well, howdy. That there a turtle.
Well, I ain't never seen nothing like that before, but he is sure
No,
big.
sir.
Oh my gosh. Yep. We can end the game now. That was like, I don't know how we're gonna top that.
I know this. I look to Cedric and Cedric, when we get back to Petra, I'll introduce you to Atrix, my mentor. He is a turtle. and you could ask him any question you want.
Yes!
Great. Has she brought menus back yet?
Not yet. She stopped at. You see her stop at a table. Now she's
There
going
may
back
be a
over
day
to,
that we are not awkward, but today is not that day.
Oh my goodness.
I kind of just passed Lexi a look of just shrugging with her eyes.
Shrugging with her eyes.
Shrugging with your eyes. I've slept since then. We're doing good.
That's some great quotes so far. We're only 10 minutes in, guys.
And technical difficulties. Let's get it all in this one.
Oh, well.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna just do a quick scan. Do I see anything unusual?
No, it looks like everybody's just here. Looks like this is like a late afternoon crowd at this point in, but people just didn't have conversations and positioned around. Very eclectic group of people. There is this area here where you're sitting at is opened up to a second floor, so you can see there's like a railing around so the second floor that you can access via the stairs over here. But there you don't see anybody up there, but you see that there's a second story, which is probably the end portion of this facility.
I'm staring at the waitress lady, judging her.
Yes,
Because
that's
she's
where we
so-
left off.
She's so slow.
Yes.
But I'm not doing it in an obvious way. I'm just
Okay.
silently and
Oh, then-
stoically judging.
Roll stealthy judgment.
Yeah, you have to roll stealth on that.
You want me to
Yeah.
roll stealth?
Yeah, roll stealth on your judgment against her insight,
on your
because her
judgment.
perception.
Let's see, where am I?
That is something I never would have thought to hear together, is stealthy
It's a
judgment.
stealth judgment check.
I would have stoic judgment. I think.
You have clearly never been in a staff meeting for a middle school teacher.
Well, I
Okay,
didn't know we'd have to roll stealthy
So much.
judgment.
Oh wait, it's an aptitudes, right? No,
It's in abilities.
abilities. That's. Oh, I'd have to scroll down. Okay, stealth. You want my stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your judgment is not stealthy.
Well, I rolled a 6, but plus
A
my
lot. Yeah.
yeah.
Plus, 5. She doesn't seem to notice whether or not that's just because she doesn't care or she truly doesn't notice. You don't know. But she comes over and she has a basket of bread that she puts down. And she says, put this over here. Tonight's specials are pork liver, chickpeas, onions, corn pone, and spice bread for 2 guild. Our drinks, we have pale ale, golden ale, beer. Our house drinks are the apple starlight and the nimble night.
The Nimble Knight.
Apple starlight.
Okay, wait.
Do you need a moment?
Yes, just give us a moment. What time of day is it right now?
Late afternoon.
Because we're supposed to be being captain for dinner.
Right.
Yeah, so I
So
guess
maybe
we
just
drink.
a light. Is there? So the meal. What was the meal?
It was
Something with chickpeas.
pork liver, chickpeas,
Corn pone.
onions, corn pone, and spice bread.
Ooh, spice bread.
Maybe.
Tell me what you
maybe.
want, what you really, really want.
Can you tell? Spice bread and apple starlight.
Ah. Okay. Should we just get like a snack to hold us over?
I think we could just something for us to munch on until the captain joins us, and then we can do the dinner, like appetizers.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Do you summon her back?
Yes.
Cedric, did you want to eat anything, drink anything? You're good. Okay. Lorna?
What? She's super distracted. This is dire time.
Do you want a snack to hold over for dinner, a drink?
Sure, I guess. A drink's fine.
All right. Do you know what drink you want?
She's gonna turn and look for Wynn.
Are you just distracted by your surroundings, or you just seem like you're also thinking of something, or like how?
Probably avoiding thinking something, but that would be an inside check. I think. No, she's very distracted by surroundings, and then also probably all of a sudden has realized where's Wynn and making sure Wynn's with her.
Wynn's not with you.
Yeah, great.
I point at the stage.
I suppose she can't get in too much trouble up there.
No, she's hopping up and down and clapping.
Whatever the rest of you are having is fine.
Spice bread.
Yeah, maybe just get some spice bread and some drinks.
Starlight.
Are any of us familiar with these drinks?
No, consider unless you've been at this place because it's their house specials. So
they said ale. I mean, we would know ale.
Yeah, ale. Yeah, there's they
Right.
have pale ale, gold ale. They have a stout, stuff like that. Like your
It tells
standard
a
ones, and
little-
then those two.
It tells a little frustrated that she didn't at least give them like a flavor profile with these drinks.
Wow.
Wow. Jeez.
Tell drinks
I didn't say
hers
she
with her
was
pinky
mad.
out.
As someone who doesn't drink, this is all like whatever. But she wants to know, like, what do they taste like? So she's still silently judging this waitress.
She's like, I need a sampler.
She's like, I'll bring you a sample, and she scurries off.
I mean, a couple of words would have been fine, like, this tastes like apple, this tastes like, I don't know, the Milky Way. We'll leave that to your imagination. Well, it's not my place, it's fine.
How can something taste like the Milky Way? What is the Milky Way?
I don't know, it's just a word.
Milk of something.
Yeah, milk and...
I've had milk and I've had whey, but I wouldn't recommend them in a drink. Unless you're a small child for milk.
I was imagining something like Starlight, but that's the problem with words, when especially descriptions and flavors. What comes to you when you taste isn't what someone else might imagine.
I just figure apple is always nice.
You're not wrong. That's the only one that has any...
I figured that was the safest
Clue.
choice.
She eventually makes it back. She's got little shot glasses. She's got 4. She's got 8 of them actually. 4.
Did they say Harbor
of
Rock
each.
on them? Sorry.
There's Harbor Rock Cafe on it. Yep. So she puts them down, and so you can all grab one.
So what are we testing?
This one here is the Apple Starlight. And she points, and this is the Nimble Knight.
Okay, what do they taste like?
All right.
Do the apple one first.
All right, the apple one is where'd it go? It's an amethyst color with lots of like almost like a little froth layer on the very top of it, but it smells perfumey. But when you drink it, it tastes like apples, and goes down smooth.
Cedric is sticking his head over the table and looking at all your faces as you're sampling the spirits.
I don't know what anybody
But it's
gave
like,
me.
can we tell it does it have liquor in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The other one. What was the other
As
one?
soon as Cattell realizes there's liquor, because I just remembered this about her, She slides the other one away and puts her scarf over her head really tight.
Why did you not drink the drink?
I'm what's the other drink?
Nimble Knight.
Okay, I'm trying that one.
I don't drink alcohol, so.
So the Nimble Knight, it's a violet color with little silver sparkles, and looks like it's got ice chips and stuff floating in it. It has like a coffee smell to it.
Okay. I'm trying it.
Go
down smooth.
Make a stamina reaction.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a good thing she did. Come on, drink it now.
Just a second, I gotta pop up my character sheet and accidentally closed it. Okay, wait, what am I?
Stamina reaction. The die next to stamina.
There's stamina.
Well,
okay.
It tastes like death if death had a flavor.
Oh my god! I'm like.
And it goes straight to your head. You're just like, wow, the room just. Woo! That's potent.
Which one did you all get, Lorna?
No, there were samples for us to try.
Just samples.
I'm like, as soon as I do it, I'm like, don't drink it.
So there was two like samples of different.
That's of their house drinks. You can get beer and ale and all that stuff. That's
Don't.
Qadan gives a very longing look at this drink, like she really wants to try it.
Cedric is literally doing the same thing. Just staying at the drink.
Lorna's gonna pull that one over at that Lexi, and she's gonna smell it.
You see like tears coming out of my eye. I'm like, oh my god, that's the worst thing I've ever tasted.
She's gonna stick her pinky in it and taste it. Just taste that much.
It's a foul taste. It doesn't taste like it smells.
Why would anyone want to drink this?
What does it taste like?
Death.
You should also drink.
It's an acquired taste.
Oh my gosh. And you
Cedric.
sell this?
Is it because there's like a lot of liquor in it, or is it a flavor that's gone?
No, it just tastes very gross.
You have water.
Who acquires a taste for this?
Well, the more you have of it, the better it tastes.
No.
What's in it?
That's a house secret.
Well, I mean, what's the flavor that's making them gag?
I don't know. They're just not, I guess, not used to.
Lorna grabs one of the other ones and takes this very small sip of the other one that she knew Lexi didn't react poorly to.
That one's not so bad. It smells like perfume. Tastes like apples. It goes down smooth.
Like
certainly washes down that flavor.
Maybe we just stick to ale. I don't know if this is.
I'll bring you some else and some water.
Water, please.
And she runs off.
I kind of like this one. It tastes like apples.
That one tastes
apple
great,
is nice.
but not this one. But there's all the ones that are the other one. I'm like pushing them away.
Qadan's still side-eyeing it.
Cedric tentatively reaches out a hand and pulls over the foul one slowly, and then just looks down into it, just in front of him.
Well, it's like a.
Do you want me to like lift my scarf so that you can drink it, so that no one sees your face?
I might really recommend just taking a very, very small taste if you're going to do it.
I wouldn't recommend it at all.
Agreed.
Steve, do I have like a vial, or do I see some kind of like coaster that will fit into this cup to kind of like put a lid on it?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, you could probably pull something off of one of the other tables that haven't been cleared yet.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna put it next to me.
Cedric presses it up against his scarf and allows some of it to soak through, and there's a sucking sound as it passes through his scarf. And sets it.
Stain.
Yeah, it's just this big wet blotch.
Oh no!
make
When he
it taste
takes,
so
wait!
good.
He sips it, sucks it in. He takes it down. You see, it's like bleached white. He had sucked it through.
So it looks like this.
Oh, you should have let me hide your face for you.
Does it taste any better?
Yeah, where's his check that he has to do?
He made it.
He didn't roll it.
He rolled it to me.
Lies.
Cedric doesn't need a roll.
He sets it down.
Do?
By the way, I'm slowly accumulating Cedric's outfit. So one of these games, I'm gonna come on in full Cedric, leather duster, tricorn, and
Everything.
muffler. Yeah, everything.
I probably have like half of Lorna's. I probably could figure something out.
I've got my goggles.
I
There you
have
go.
a wig I could use
I
for
need, like, a
Catal,
white
but
wig.
nothing else.
Yeah, I don't have the wig. That's a whole different thing. On the hunt. I gotta find good wigs.
My
We gotta
struggle,
build
too.
this up for like Halloween. We show up.
I'm getting a little picky with my wigs. I've worn some really terrible ones in my time, and I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, if I'm gonna wear them for any extended amount of time, it's gotta be something nice, decently nice, because they're
So-
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So Cedric has
It bleached.
He is bleached.
a
It literally-
perpetual smile.
Oh, maybe it looks more like this.
Yeah, it's not a smile. Yeah,
More
it's
like
not.
a,
Yeah, it's like just like this
snarl.
little, this little white brown thing right there.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh wow.
okay.
So she comes back and she's got looks like the drinks and such. And she starts setting on the table with the waters and such. And then she looks at him. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I should have told you it doesn't react well to clothing. Although why you would put it on your mask, I don't know." But, snacks. You said you wanted some snacks. I can get you some duck eggs, raspberries, pine nuts.
Some raspberries and pine nuts would be nice, please.
Okay, very good.
And the spice bread,
Oh, and spice bread. Yes, absolutely.
please.
She runs off. Okay.
I'm watching Lynn at this point.
Lynn is so happy, just dancing and
Great.
This is her atmosphere.
it seems
Straight
like
up abandoned me last session. Now she's just partying.
maybe she's just avoiding you now.
Chaotic little brat.
But the musicians seem to enjoy her. They seem to be excited.
She's not
about it,
getting in
so-
trouble, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no,
We've had
she's
enough
not.
trouble for today. Okay.
Just happy. Yay.
And I watch Win too, and the musicians, and
So it looks like they're all different ancestries and such. In fact, the lead one there, his hair is actually flames that are flickering and on fire, and he's got a mustache and goatee that's also like flames that are like flickering across. And a small fellow on the lute there looks to be like child size, but of adult proportions and such. A similar sized rodent looking individual playing the drums, pointy-eared fella playing the flute, and what appears a normal person, but you never know around here, playing the violin. Or the fiddle, if you will. So, yeah. Doing their thing.
Catal just kind of taps her thumb to the rhythm on the table.
All right.
So refresh my memory, and I guess for anyone that's watching, why did we need to come to Harbor Rock?
to refresh your memory, you came to Harbor Rock to actually was en route to Mirmur.
Yeah.
We had deliveries.
Mirmur.
We had
You're
deliveries.
dropping, you're dropping cargo off here and then
We're just dropping
continuing
cargo
on.
here.
And we
okay.
and we need repairs now.
Well,
Now, yeah, whole different reason now.
We're gonna,
I mean,
we're gonna be here a while. For
Lorna did her best, but she couldn't like repair the engine, so she repaired the paneling to keep take some
things
stress
from
off
falling
of
out.
Lexi. But yeah,
Yeah.
which I have a feeling at this point is probably going to become a thing where she's going to continue to try and basically add texture to the hull of the ship.
It's gonna look so different.
It's going to look so different. Outside, it's all business. Inside,
A
party
Strobe
in
lights
the
and
forest.
stuff.
Hey, as long as it's in my room. What?
She can do that for you. Once she understands everybody's vibe, that will be a little bit more a thing, but we'll see. Yeah.
How long do we need to stay here?
So I was just curious. Like, it's going to take quite a while for the repairs that the ship is needing. It's in very bad shape.
Can I wait on the ship?
You want to? There's no reason.
I mean,
Otherwise,
I guess
except
it depends on the captain what he says. He'll be here tonight, so I guess we'll know.
I'm
soon
reluctant
enough.
to have any of us get separated, but I also understand being uncomfortable.
Well, the captain's going to be here just in a little while. It's almost dinner time anyways. And this is where he wanted to meet us.
Right. So for now, drinks and a snack.
Cedric looks back down into the cup.
Cedric, I really could just make a tent for you so you don't have to drink through your mask. I just feel like having breathed on it and the dirt in the atmosphere. Yeah, okay.
He
Whatever.
drank another one of those things.
Yeah.
So now it's now it's almost like a. What?
I don't have enough teeth.
Yeah.
Lorna has slid all of those even further away from herself, like to the seat next to her, except for obviously the one I guess Cattell is keeping. So she's like slid them as far away from her as she can get them. So they're like in where that empty seat is there. And she's finished the apple one that she was sipping on and has pulled one of the ales over to her and is just really slowly sipping on it, just now like watching the entire room, just completely like.
We might just want to
this place?
bleach that scarf at this point.
Aye.
Or we could just buy him a new.
Maybe one where it has like a little mouth opening.
No.
Just no.
No.
Okay. Cattell is just imagining all of these creepy mouths in her head now because that's all she can assume is wrong.
It looks like this.
Like, I was gonna say the mouth of Sauron, but okay, that's creepy too.
Sid.
Face always.
Cedric.
It's the blue steel.
Lorna's gonna lean forward and just go, "Would you like me to show you what it looks like?"
Oh, well,
Because it's a bit large. A white spot across. And
Steve,
she
does-
looks at the other two like,
Yeah.
how do I explain
does
this?
the white thing on his mask make him look scarier, or is it the same, or?
It's odd now. So it's like scary with like now it just looks like nobody knows like what was he trying to do?
Do you have a replacement one of those? Like a spare that you wear?
Cedric looks down at his tunic, pulls part of it up, and like slides out a dagger, flips it in his hand, and like
We can just
Oh no! We'll buy you. We'll buy you
you
some more
want-
fabric. We'll get you one.
That way you can choose which one you feel like wearing.
There was that beautiful red silken scarf one that lady was showing us before we came in.
Not his style. Okay.
You just want brown, like it was before? Okay. We can find that for you.
After this, I guess we can actually go to that store Lorna needs arrows, so...
Sorry about earlier. With when she doesn't like people being unkind.
With the
And
belt.
she also likes messing with people a bit.
He totally deserved it.
He
No,
did.
not bothered by the, whatever he was. I would probably know what he is. I'm sure I've seen just about every sort of person. At least, well, I guess whatever would be in Petra and where I'm from.
And
I would know
And so
where.
they're more from Qadan, but
I would know what it is from Petra and.
Coming from a big city, maybe?
yeah, I mean, it's not like they're like a secret race that nobody knows about. They're a Gress.
A grass.
No, not a Gress. They're a space. Gress is the
Grass.
Gress. Gres. Gress.
G-R-E. Oh,
That's the lizard guy, right?
That's
Like
the lizard
folk?
guy. Gress. Yeah.
okay.
The lizard man was large.
He was.
And
Difficult to kill.
probably with all those scales, I guess it would depend on how.
Portal over
durable
here
they
kind of
are.
looks over at your table again.
Sorry. I promise we're not
Wait, who
murderers.
looked over?
The turtle.
Oh, the turtle. Okay.
Would need to be careful if we were to engage in open combat.
Preferably not in town at all.
Yeah.
More trouble than it's worth, honestly.
I'm sure the captain would be quite upset for us to cause trouble here when we're just trying to get our ship fixed.
Right, who knows how long we have to stay.
Are you itching for a fight?
No. Small green animal. Itching.
You mean when?
Oh. No, I think he meant, well, Wynn doesn't exactly like to fight. Really doesn't like to fight.
Then not annoy large lizard man.
She also doesn't like when large lizard men steal from small children.
Yes.
Evenly split on this. I don't want trouble, but I don't like his type.
If
So-
no one defends those who are smaller, they're just going to get crushed.
That's true.
That is
Could
Vandascar's-
covertly kill.
Well, that's a little on the extreme side. Teaching someone a lesson, getting them arrested, great.
Which Cattell did tell the guards about.
They're
him. We're
keeping an eye on him, or they were. But killing people is more of a defensive measure against losing your own life, or certain special occasions when they're a threat to other lives. I didn't get the feeling that he was just going to go lob someone's head off, otherwise I would be tailing him right now.
I mean, to be fair, he might have loved mine or Wynn's off.
I
At
was
least
keeping an eye on that.
beaten us a little bit. If he could have. I'm pretty fast and so's she.
It's true.
Have any of you ever been here before?
No. I've not actually traveled a lot. Until recently.
there's a lot of interesting shops. More than I've ever seen.
There's more in Petra, but this is still, it's just different, which is nice.
True. I kind of just stayed in the one area in Petra, except for when I went with you.
Yeah, because we did the elevator, or what
The
was
lift.
it?
The lift.
Thank you. I was like, the elevator. We did the lift.
I just imagine Lexi pulling out a notebook and starting to make notes because now she has an idea.
Elevator.
It elevates you up into a higher level.
Electricity.
I mean, there's flying ships. It's not
I
that
know.
big
Come
of a...
on. Lodestone it. And
Yeah, just lodestone it.
Yeah. It just keeps going and going.
well, that's why you have the ropes, and then you have to
You pull it back down.
up down. Oh goodness.
So,
We missed quite a bit of the shops in Petra by doing the lift, but
so Cedric is now just holding the empty cup, just like this.
You can put it down, Cedric.
do you want some more?
Are you alright? Can I tell if he's alright?
We need to do perception.
You can do an empathy check.
With empathy. Yeah, because I'm totally doing that. Because
Like, Catel's kind of like swaying to the music and stuff, and she notices Cedric is acting maybe a little funny. Empathy.
where's empathy at?
Ooh.
Where's empathy at? I don't even see empathy.
Hey.
It's under your abilities tab.
Oh,
Abilities.
it's under abilities.
It seems to be fine. I mean, no different than normal. You agree.
And I agree.
Right.
Lorna's distracted again.
How am I feeling? Because I took.
You are feeling rough.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yes.
Tabletop dancing rough? Or.
No, a little
To your
nauseous.
stomach.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
She's brought
it
food
tasted like
back.
death. Now your stomach feels like death.
Oh, say, has she brought food?
Yes.
So I could
Oh yeah,
try to
yeah.
get a
She's
bit?
yeah.
Okay.
When you guys were all
Like
chatting, she just kind of came and slipped
spiced
because it was just
bread.
yeah.
Get some bread in you, just soak.
Soak it up.
Lorna is like absent-mindedly like eating some of the pine nuts, and she's just completely lost in thought / distracted by everything around her. I don't even think she's noticed the further conversation about Cedric at this point.
Yeah, I think with an 18, while Cedric is like operational, you would notice that there's like no corners in this room for him to loom in, and he's kind of folding in on himself protectively around the cup, just a little bit tilted forward more than normal.
So he's definitely uncomfortable, but not necessarily affected by the drink
No,
itself.
his eyes are wide and staring as usual.
Kind of
Would
like
you do-
an
Would you
animal.
do better on the other side of the table with his back to the wall or like the
To the
fireplace?
fire?
So you feel like
Do
at least
you-
protected and nothing behind you?
Do you want to switch places, Cedric?
He stands up and walks around the table.
Catel
Sits
gets
here.
up and takes his. Yeah.
Also, right there is all those other drinks that Lorna slid over.
Yeah.
Those are the apple ones. I think he drank all the
No,
nasty ones.
there's one more of the Nimble Knight.
Catel has one next to her that she's.
Oh
kinda
no, I'm
trying-
sorry. Then no,
Yes,
yeah,
they're all
'cause
gone. All
they're
it
all
is is
gone.
the apple ones.
Yeah, because
She's trying to find a
she
way
wants
to
a vial.
Yeah, I need. Does anyone carry a vial on them? I don't.
A vial!
Yeah, an empty one, preferably clean.
He reaches into his jacket, where there's, you've seen it before probably, like a bandolier of vials. And he picks one, he looks at it, and like inverts it, pours it out, and passes it over to you.
Thank you. I will return this, and I will dump the drink that I have off to the side into the vial.
She doesn't want us to see how she reacts.
Why do you not drink?
I snuck home one time with my father when I came of age for that sort of adventure, and it turned out, it caused some interesting side effects, and I mean, it's not the most amazing flavor to begin with, so I don't care so much. I'm just very curious about this taste. So, I just don't drink unless I am alone.
Yes!
As he picks up another concoction and
He's taking Lorna's ale. It's like she doesn't really drink. She took like one sip out of it and then she got super distracted. So
I'm drinking water.
Yeah, Catel's drinking water too.
Cedric's drinking what's left.
The nimble, whatever stuff.
Nimble Knight.
Nimble Knight.
Nimble Knight, which is now on
Yeah.
your sheet. Cattell, I got your vial there.
Wait.
When she has a bad night.
If it says anything more than vial of nimble night, I'm gonna be irritated.
Hold on. Let me open this up. Where my assets?
You might have to refresh. I had to refresh.
Am I
this evening.
sprouting
Let's
like
get
horns or something at this point?
It says
turn.
more than vial of nimble night. Let's see. I have its weight, HP, how hard it is, and that it is a drink from the Harbor Rock Cafe.
Hey, you got more than I got.
got. See, now she's jealous.
I am.
Oh man.
Part of me
Anyway,
wants
thing
another
now.
one
I'm gonna
of
give
these.
Lorna like really awesome things, but give them very like very plain language descriptions. This is a spoon.
There's not even a description.
Yes, there is. It's a wooden dagger. Wooden
That's
dagger.
literally its name right now. That's it.
Here, I put a description on it.
It is a dagger made of wood.
With a pointy end.
Actually, with that in mind, I think she's kind of probably distracted enough at this point where her mind has wandered. She's actually going to pull it because it was in her belt this entire time. She wasn't trying to hide it. She's going to pull it out and set it on the table and start studying it. And I do have quite a few abilities with nature. So I'm not sure. I have botany, which is not so much applicable here.
Dagger.
But
Is that what it looks like?
That's it. Yeah.
it looks so
Catel
cool.
just kind of size-eye this odd-looking blade.
Yeah. Is that something that you bought?
No. It was a sort of a gift, I guess.
A gift?
Have any of you ever seen any wood like this? Have I ever seen any wood now that I can see it in good light? Because it was darker.
You have botany, so you can do a check. It's going to be a high DC. Because I'll say this is not a wood you're familiar with, but you never know what the dice will do.
Okay. I had botany up a minute ago. Let me find it. There it is. Oh, it's not bad.
Oh no.
I don't know anything.
This is It feels like you should, but you don't.
Do you just have it laid out on the table? Like, or are you like...
No, like she probably she would have pulled it out, but it's in her hand, but it's down on the table. Like she's not waving it around, but she'd be like turning it slightly to try and catch the engravings-esque in the hilt and such.
When was this gifted to you?
Earlier today.
Oh, right. And this person didn't tell you anything about it?
Not exactly about the blade.
Why would you be gifted a dagger in a city that you've never been to?
Made of wood.
Can I archaeology check this? Or arcane theory? Or history? Or occult?
Or can I just list all my abilities?
Roll them all.
Theology, planology, linguistics.
Geoscience.
I'm not gonna get with linguistics.
No?
If you want to try those different approaches, throw a roll out there if one of them happens to be the one.
Okay, here they go. Here they come.
Are you serious? He gets to roll all this stuff and I got one roll.
You can too.
Oh.
As long as it's go.
Holy cow.
Whoa.
How many things are you rolling?
Jeez.
All of them.
Man.
Ooh, so I could do the same
Wow.
None of them. You know, you're like
Theology of 40?
has nothing to do with theology, so it doesn't do.
Are you sure? Doesn't everything have to do with theology?
You're 100% certain this has nothing to do with the
Yes,
gods.
you are. Yeah, you are certain that it does not have anything to do with that.
Insight check the DM.
Everybody's staring at it. What is this thing?
Meteorology?
Oh, come on.
Come on, it doesn't have anything to do with weather.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with weather.
Okay.
Does it look like it's all one piece?
Yes.
I'm going to take the tip of it and I'm going to push it to my finger. And I want to see how sharp it is.
Yeah, you take a point damage. It cuts deep. I mean, it's razor blade sharp.
And it doesn't take hardly any pressure. Okay.
Barely any pressure. In fact, that's so you put too much pressure and you cut yourself good.
You alright?
I'm fine.
Well, it's a dagger, I would assume.
As she pulls her hand back and she's kind of, you see she's got a deep cut on it. The dagger itself pulses green once. Like this green light just pulses from it and then stops.
That we all see?
That everybody sees.
Okay.
Cedric points at it.
I wonder if this is one of those items you have to have a special connection with to understand. I know of people who have special weapons, and they
Like the one you can summon?
That's more of just an ability I have. There's not a whole lot of magic besides that in what it can do. It's more of what I can do. This is a weapon that comes with its own special properties. I've seen weapons like this. I've never handled one before. But if it was a gift to you, those are mysteries you're going to have to discover yourself.
Who gifted it to you?
Yeah, who did you make friends with that would give you... If it's anything like what I am aware of, it would be expensive, not something you'd want to just have out.
An old woman. She knew me. Or sort of. Where I was from. Sort of. really.
A woman you'd met today, who you know nothing about, gave you maybe an enchanted dagger made of wood, but is as sharp as diamonds. All right. Catel's looking just slightly uncomfortable with the situation.
She just walked up to you and just gave it to you, or?
Oh, no, she pulled me into a shop. And Lorna is like
What
not
shop?
actually. I'm going to tell you this. Like Lorna is very distracted. She's studying every angle of this, trying to read it. She's kind of just not. She's answering the questions, but she's not really paying attention to what she's.
I want to go to
doing.
this shop. If she's gonna give things away, I'd love to go meet her.
I think she's some sort of seer. Maybe.
Like a teller of fortunes and stuff. I've seen them in Petra.
I've met a bunch of fraud fortune tellers. Did she seem like... Actually, that's probably not a question I should ask you.
I'm gonna look up now and put the dagger back in my belt and glance around the room, looking for Wynn. Is Wynn still on the stage?
Yeah, can you make a empathy check?
Empathy check? Oh boy.
Empathy?
Empathy. Yep, all's well.
Hey, there was that one I needed.
There you go.
I missed my earlier roll by 1.
Everything seems great.
I mean, do we see her still clapping
Yeah,
along?
she's up there. Yeah, she's right there.
Okay.
She kind of spooked Wynn. But then again, Wynn gets spooked sometimes anyway.
It's hard to judge that when animals have a way of sensing things, but she's not exactly an animal. She's more.
Why do you
So,
think that?
she talks to you. She has thoughts and feelings that are comprehensible to people like us, whereas a shaggy, adorable calf can't communicate except through gestures, and even then they don't necessarily have sentient thought. At least not from my experience and not through my own abilities. There are those who can pull that sort of thing out of them, but I am not that sort of person. But she can do it on her own. Communicate and
I can communicate with
thing.
some other small creatures as well. But
From
she is
your-
pretty smart.
From your home or just around?
I think just about anywhere. If it's small enough. Nothing large. I can communicate with the calf you speak of. But
So you're one of those people who can find the sentience in creatures or animals, small animals, that the rest of us cannot.
I guess. I kind of just thought it was something, well, I suppose not everyone can do. But most creatures are pretty good at explaining what they want if you just listen.
I believe that. Don't need any special gifts to sense, so long as you're connected in a way. I should take you home one of these days. But I can't go home, so probably not.
Where's your home?
Oh, I guess I have 2 homes. But both of them are it's Anemos, right?
Anemos.
Anemos. Anemos.
Anemos.
Where?
I was born. Wasn't born. Not there. I grew up in a village, and when I came of age, I moved out into the city. I can't go back to my village. Not at least. Not unless I want to cause a stir unnecessarily.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it's the way I grew up, so it's fine.
Would you like to go home?
To my father and the farm, yes. The village I have no love for, so. And then for the city, I don't know if I will ever go back there. Recent history, but still history that I. Anyway, we don't need to keep talking about me. This, in this fortune teller, are you all right
I'd
with
love to meet her.
just not knowing who she is?
She's a bit. Well, I mean, she gave me her name. Her name's on her shop, so I sort of know who she is.
What was
Well-
her name?
Madam.
Zaka.
Yeah, I was like, I know it starts with a Z. I gotta look at my notes.
It was Zaka. I have it right here on the top of my notes
She's like,
from last
I
week.
want to go see this person.
Madam Zaka. She has a parlor.
I have never. I would have no insight into this person. Unless we met her, but is that something you feel is necessary? Do you want to know more?
I do. That sounds like it'd be great to meet someone that's kind of like a fortune teller. They're quite fun. Sometimes they tell you things that like happen, and sometimes they are not so truthful. But it's still fun.
I don't know if I would describe it as fun. Confusing.
Cryptic?
Strange.
Well, you said she approached you, which is that is odd. Most people go to them to seek information.
She's not exactly approached. Called out to, more like.
Called out to you just like, hey, come into my shop, the way those.
No, she welcomed me. Welcomed me to Harbor Rock. She seemed to know me.
Personally?
No, like where I'm from, who I am.
So she knew about you.
Which I suppose isn't strange if she is really a fortune teller, I suppose. I should go check on Wynn. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna get up and go to the stage. I'm gonna take a handful of nuts and berries for Wynn.
Cedric, all of a sudden his head, as the song begins, Cedric whips his head to look at the musicians playing in the center of the stage.
The song!
Yes, the song.
I found it.
You like?
Fourth time through!
Well, it might be a different chorus.
It might
No.
be one they know.
Same song! Look!
Cedric points at the musicians.
And make a empathy check. Lauren can make another one.
Okay. Wow, that did not roll at all for me. It like just kind of.
It rolled for
It was
me pretty
almost-
nicely.
It was almost a 16.
Yeah, for me it just kind of went hadouk and just fell onto the
Bonk.
board. 11. Not horrible, but
Lexi and Patel.
Oh, you want me to do an empathy check?
I didn't realize we were also.
Everybody.
Everybody knows.
Everybody.
The dice or the word empathy?
The die.
The die.
Yeah.
Lexi, who's still dealing with physical ailments, and Lorna, who just seems to be very distracted with like everything that's kind of happened, don't seem to notice it. But Cattell, you also, as you listen, you're like, yeah, they've been playing the same song, and you also notice their facial expressions; they seem to be under duress.
I look around. Does anybody else seem in a similar state?
You know, other people have been moving around and such. They don't seem to be paying much attention to the musicians, though.
Can I? I'm not the magical person. This makes it difficult to know what to do.
I'm a magical person.
Yeah, I'm
as
not.
am I.
Yes,
You
but
know.
you've gotten up and walked away. I'm gonna turn to Cedric. Cedric, you know magic, right? Is there a way to sense if a person is being puppeteered through arcane measures?
Yes!
Do you have that ability?
Yes!
I have an ability. Can I use this ability?
Oh, it is. All right, so Lorna, you're going over to Win, who's dancing.
And I, like, I don't know, insight win and see if she's doing something funky?
I'm gonna be holding out the nuts and berries to her. Oi, perhaps come back to the table for a bit. I need to
She
talk to you.
turns and musicians stop playing. And they,
I put a hand on Cedric's arm.
they see them.
Cedric's eyes mist over, and I'm gonna use fell sense.
I'm gonna say, don't bother. Figured it out.
Oh my goodness!
Wait, I still want to use fell sense.
Fae stuff's going on here. We're doing some kind of fae thing. Because you know the stories.
You do not sense anything.
I scan the room, left,
Okay, that
right.
just brought tears to my eyes.
So the musicians scurry off the stage and head
I
to the back.
I think it was Wynn, Cedric. I think she was doing some kind of enchantment.
His eyes go back to normal.
The animal!
I
Wynn
yes.
scurries back over to the table with the pine nuts and is sitting there.
Oh no. That would be a. The minute she got near me, a crap.
She took a wide path around you.
Literally holding them.
Well, she stopped and saw them, and then she saw your face, and then she saw, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the table.
So when I was a little girl, I grew up on
boy.
stories of fairies and elves, and that can last a really long time and hurt the people who are under the enchantment.
Did I know Wynn had this ability? I didn't
She's
think
She's
so.
never used. Yeah, she's never done that before.
That's new. All right. I'm gonna look really uncomfortably around and then slowly go back to the table. And just sit down and set the now crushed berries that were in my hand on the table. Wipe my hand off.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh, Qadan has a whole lot to say. She's holding back. I'm going to go step outside, I think. I'm gonna get up and go out.
Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. He was going to talk to Lorna after this.
As you get up and you're heading outside, you see Captain Baron come in.
Is Wynn sitting out on the table in front of me or on my shoulders?
Yeah, she's on the table.
Glaring at her.
She kind of looks at like a little sigh, and then focuses on the pine nuts and kind of keeps looking to see if you're looking at her.
Cedric
when
is.
she sees you looking at her, she turns away. And
Cedric is staring at Wynn, and then he looks up at Lorna.
What is that creature?
Actually,
you see Wynn's fur kind of.
Yeah, he looks back down to it.
She's gonna look at Wynn and say, so that only Wynn can understand, this is your fault.
Do I have any?
She kind of flicks her head at you and says, where only you can understand her, I did it for you.
Can I monster lore Wynn?
Yeah.
Nice.
20!
That is. Does this automatically add? Or no?
From the ability, no. If it's a variable ability, it doesn't auto add because it sometimes it applies and sometimes it doesn't.
So I add my intuition score in addition to my acumen. Okay, my intuition is 3. So add 3 to this. And I'm guessing this is planology? Occult?
Yeah,
Geography? Archaeology?
Yeah, it's geography.
Okay.
He starts listing all his abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, planology, I'm inputting my 3 modifier.
Alright, I'll tell you.
Whisper, whisper.
Yeah.
On the keyboard.
Whisper loudly.
I told him she is blank.
Lorna's gonna lean forward again and say after that, how exactly is it for me? I thought we were supposed to be keeping this silent.
You looked upset. I thought it'd make you happy. Do you like music?
And you literally just see Lorna just go like this. She's just like head on the table. Like.
Cedric says a word in a language none of you know. And then points at it. You don't know.
Well, you have to say the language, I might.
It sounds like
Nordirnen.
Wynn turns. And her
Cedric's pointing at it.
and then she scurries off out the door. Just bolts.
He looks at Lorna now.
How did you acquire Nordirnen?
How do you spell that, please?
Sure.
Pulls out their journals. Go ahead.
Do I know that word?
No, I don't know which language he's doing it in.
It's Boreal.
Some that you guys don't. Okay, yeah, you don't know you have that language.
That's a lot of R's.
Yeah, how do you spell this?
R.
R R R R.
Lamb.
What language is it?
You don't know.
Okay.
It's a
I know
language
a lot of languages. Which
none of you
one?
have that language. I know what languages you have. None of you have that language.
You bastard.
That's what makes Cedric special.
I don't know exactly what that is. Actually, I don't know what that is.
Creature not of this plane.
I didn't exactly acquire. She sort of acquired me. We kind of acquired each other.
Can be dangerous.
Oh. She saved my life more times than I can count. And I've saved hers a few too. I think we're all right.
Cedric looks at the empty stage. Then back to you.
That was new. She was trying to cheer me up.
Care.
And he leans back, holding his empty cup.
I'm gonna go find Lynn.
I grab water and I pour it in his cup.
I get up and I go, like, I was going to get up and chase after her, but he interrupted. Basically, it was like a, okay, and now it's gone.
Well, the captain is standing in the entry looking at all of you. And he sees Wynn bounce past. And then he's looking back. Confused.
Do we need to chat now, or can we take a minute?
Are you asking him?
To the captain, yeah.
He says, well, what I have to say is brief. If we just meet momentarily, you can be about whatever business this is.
All right.
He says, come with me. He heads off in this direction.
Kind of give a confused look and then look at the others. We're going somewhere.
All of us? I thought he was just saying that to you because you guys were
No,
on the
to all of you.
doorway.
Oh,
because
No, he kind of
I thought
yeah.
that was conversation at the door. That's why I was like,
It was really
yeah.
loud.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. How do we move our people?
Just
Click
click
on
and
drag.
Or WASD.
But I think you have to have the little.
Or you can use your arrow keys too. Yeah, you can use your arrow keys too.
So silly.
Do.
It's like a little.
I don't know where I am.
I'm
anymore.
sitting there.
Where did you go?
I
Oh,
don't
you were
know.
over by the
Where
door.
is
Here you
everybody?
are.
How do you turn?
Whoa.
Hold your control key down and scroll.
Shift works and does it faster.
Ooh, dancing.
All right, so he brings you in this room. I had this room reserved so we would have a private place to speak. And he sits down. There's already food actually sitting out too.
Well, nice.
Does anybody want to explain what that was about?
Nordirnen.
Does anybody want to explain what that was about?
I don't know what that means, but we're just learning about each other a little more, is all.
Is there going to be a problem, he looks to Lorna, with the small one in the city, unsupervised?
Probably not. I don't think so. I would like to go find her quickly, though. She's kind of upset. Someone scared her. And I glare at Cedric.
He just looks back.
With his little bleached mouth. Well, I'll make this brief then. Well, The cargo is intact. As you know, the Fortune is in bad shape, missing an engine. That needs to be fixed. She is not going to be airworthy until that gets resolved.
How long?
I've sent an Ætherealm back to Petra, and I just received a response shortly before coming here. It would be at least a month before an engine the size of what we need is able to be shipped here. Which brings us to our dilemma, because we have a job to do in Miramar.
How far is Miramar from here?
It's still quite a ways to that, to the city. But there's a train that runs out of Terravel that will make the process a little faster.
And where's that at?
It's 2 days from this city.
Trains are significantly less secure.
That is true, but we're no longer transporting anything. This is go to provide assistance.
Nice. Alright.
Oh, to the professor.
Correct. So that is what we're going to do. You will all go to Miramar and help out the professor. I'll stay here with the ship and with Sakabi. And by the time you return, we should have the parts, and we'll be able to head back to Petra.
Who's leading us then?
You all seem fairly capable. Do you need a leader?
I thought we had one.
Are you speaking of Mr. Varen?
Haven't seen him since we got off.
He's been relieved of duty and will no longer serve on the Fortune.
Why?
That is a matter between myself and Mr. Varen.
I look at Cedric. That's
He looks
something
back.
I could probably inform you about later. At least, from what my experience has been with such people. But it's not a necessary discussion at this point. So when do we leave?
The sooner the better, given now that the delay in travel. But I have purchased rooms for you here at the inn.
There's nothing else. I'd really like to go find Lynn.
I need some air.
Very well, then just report to me before you depart, so I know that you are on your way.
Close.
I'm not leaving because I'm gonna talk to the kid.
So as soon as there's that permission to leave, Qadan just practically running out. As fast as she can get out of there, she's out.
Lorna's probably just as fast.
Cedric watches them.
Just get stuck at the door, right?
Yeah, they just both try to get
Cedric
Alright.
watches them go, and then looks back to the room.
Okay.
What are we helping with the assisting the professor with?
I'm not quite certain. He just asked for aid. not specifically about. He's into archaeology and such, and so I'm assuming it must be some assistance in that space.
Cedric's head focuses on the captain intently.
Archaeology?
Yes.
Of what?
Unfortunately, that I'm not knowledgeable of. I only have a passing knowledge of the professor and what he does. Tunes and whatnot, I believe. But I don't know if there's any specific thing that he pursues.
Cedric's just staring intently at him.
He's used to it.
Yeah. Is he used to this?
No. It's not even going to comment to that.
Did Val take it well?
As well as could be expected.
We can still go back to the ship and get things that we need before
Oh.
we go.
Yes, absolutely.
How late is it right now?
It's dinner time, so
Like, well,
6-ish.
6. Okay, so it's still
Yeah.
light out.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I look to Cedric. Is there anything you're needing from the ship?
He focuses on you.
No!
Well, I need to go back to the ship to get things. If we're going to be leaving. And I figure now is as good a time as any.
Yeah.
But I eat food really quick.
All right. Shovel some food in.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic, but your stomach is so just sour right now. It's like it's bound to be a complicated night for you.
Oh.
I turn to the captain and I say, "Don't try their nether stuff. Just a
Oh
warning."
yeah. You had that.
Yes. And I don't feel good. But I'm going to go back to the ship and get things.
Tell Rutgun that what you had, and he'll have something for you to help your stomach.
Oh, excellent. All right. Guess I'll see you in the morning.
Very well. Good evening.
Huh?
Says very well. Good
Oh,
evening.
okay. I'm gonna go and I look to Cedric and said, I'm going back to the ship. He says we have rooms here. If you just want to go up to your room.
Do you need
Your room?
a guard?
Me? I'll be fine.
Cedric gets up and looks at the captain.
Room?
They'll have your key at the bar. Tell them that you're with me.
He nods and leaves the same way as everyone else has.
Okay. Although they all left.
Okay, well, not that far.
Right. Okay. Out on the street.
Let's roll.
Split the party.
So Catal, on the verge of hyperventilating, is just looking for an open space with some grass. She's freaking out just a little bit.
open space with some grass.
Even if she has to leave the city, she doesn't care. She is booking it, breathing hard, and just looking for open space, whether that means climbing a building, but she really is looking for some grass.
So I pulled up the
map
of the city, here. Should be loading for everybody. So you can see, like, you're at 9 right here. And so you can see the green is all, those are grass patches and whatnot, and trees.
Okay, but they're all encircled by buildings.
Like,
So...
way over here is a good patch. It's like a little park. Way over here.
She leaves the city.
By the
The
gate
same
that
way
she
we-
came in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And is that bridge, like, is there a way to go off the bridge onto the plateau, cliffside area? Or is it, like, walled off or something so people can't walk around on the outside?
It's walled off. If you wanted to get down a plateau, you'd have to go out of the estate gate. And then there's a trail that actually winds down and goes down into the canyon floor.
She just wants to be outside of the walls, so maybe more.
So she could have gone out, out of the
26.
this gate here. It's not used very much, but she could figure a way to get out of it.
Okay, yeah, that's where she goes, and she's running as fast as she can.
All right, Lorna.
Lorna noticed how
Yeah, she's
upset
she
I
just
mean,
bolts.
Lorna knows she's upset, but that's a different thing. But like personally, Lorna is, but that's separate. Like it's very obvious something's got. Okay. Before she's gonna note which direction Patel went, and then look around for when, anywhere, any sign. Probably call her name a few times. When?
All right. And does not respond, nor make an appearance. Now you do know when she gets upset, though, she tends to make herself scarce too.
Yeah. She's going to close her eyes for a few minutes and for just a minute and listen, trying to calm her own breathing, and then she's going to start heading towards the ship, thinking maybe that's the only place Wynn would know to have a safe spot. Hurrying along.
Okay.
And she has her hood up, I'm going to say. She does not want to run into that.
She doesn't want any. She don't
Nope.
want to find any trouble.
No, not really. No. She would actually. I want to cut past the parlor. I want to cut past the past there. Just not go in. I just want to run past. Take that route.
Okay.
A little bit. Just a tiny bit out of the way. Not really.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a little side track out there. So yeah, you go by, you see it's there.
Does it look like it's closed up?
No. I mean, it's still daylight out and such, so no.
Just gonna slow down for just a minute to see if she hears anything.
Is she like listening or just passively listening?
No, like.
All right, give me a perception.
Always clicked on the wrong tab when I need.
You hear voices inside. Sounds like there's a male voice,
Okay.
a female voice, and then you think you hear Madame Zaka. respond. So she must be in there with some customers.
She's gonna just grip the wood knife for half a second, and then her other dagger, and then bolt on. Run.
Cedric, you just go into your room.
Yeah, go to the bar, ask for key from captain, then look around once more before turning and not running, but walking with long strides to his room, going inside, bolting the door, and sitting down on the bed and just staring at the door for a bit.
It's a small room, but nice accommodations.
Perfect.
Good mattress, window out to the street, but sealed enough. It's relatively quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear just very low mumbles from the common room downstairs.
Yeah, after about 30 minutes to an hour, he'll stand up and stand in front of the window and just peer out onto the street. And he'll be there for the rest of the night.
Okay. Lexi, you get back to the ship.
But now, before I went out, I know I can get back in, like, without issue. Okay. 'Cause last time we
Well,
had to
no,
pay
actually,
for
no, because Catel's got the paperwork, and Catel's outside the city now.
But if we like talk to the guards, like saying I'm staying at like Silver Inn, I just have to go to our ship and come right back in. Would it be like the same people, or
Maybe talk to one of them and find out.
Maybe they'll stamp your hand.
yeah? I've already paid my admission. I'll ask them. Just say,
All right, when you get
What I
that,
need
they
to do.
actually direct you to an office right there by the gate where you can go in and you can get
Okay.
a slip to get back in. Which, unfortunately, I don't know if
do
Lorna
that.
would know to do. All right, so you get that, and then you head out back to the ship.
Yeah, I'll just see if the things that I might need for
think
a
you're-
journey.
I think your Mikey thing is like brushing up against your.
Oh, it's my shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
It had a big bump on it, and it's just.
Yeah. Spock is causing
is-
some friction.
is checking out my mic. Free Spock. But just grabbing things that I think will be helpful. Something, things that like little bits and parts that I can put in my thing. So if I need to throw something together or anything like that.
All right, so you grab some your main tools,
Yeah.
pieces of scraps and stuff that you know could be useful. You see there's a this wooden lacquered box that is not yours. That's sitting on top of the engine the engine room, just sitting on the main piece there.
Do I recognize this box?
Mm-mm.
I am a curious one, so I'm going up to the box and I'm gonna check it out.
Hey, it's about like about a foot in length, and probably about 3/4 of that in height and such.
It's like decorative or
No, it's just a plain
just a
wooden lacquered box.
I flip it over, make sure there's not a word on the box. Sorry, that's just an inside joke. I just kind of look at it, see if anything stands out, and then I'll.
No, there's no inch on it. It's somewhat heavy. You open it up, and inside you see there is a revolver.
I recognize the revolver.
It's Val's revolver. And in there's a note. And all it says is, "Be good."
These guns, okay. So I see if I've got a spot that I can put it on my belt.
And you see in there too, there's bullets and such are in there as well.
It was emotional. That makes me sad.
But now you have a gun.
But now you're
The best way to deal with any type of sadness.
Lexi's got a gun.
Well, that was a little bad thing. Because we just never got to talk about that. She was teaching me how to shoot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aww.
But so I got, like I said, I find a
Strapped.
spot to put it on me, get all the bullets, and grab any other stuff that I think that I will need,
All right.
and I will head back. Oh, I talked to Rotkin,
Yeah.
and I tell him what I did.
You're not supposed to be drinking that.
And he gives you some little concoction.
Drink this, it'll
I
make your
didn't
belly feel
know
good.
it was gonna be so horrible.
Stick with the meats.
It was like death. I drink what he gives me.
Probably shaved a year off your life, it did.
I'm sure it did, because it did. It tasted like death.
Lorna, you get to the gate. You just head out.
Actually, she's
And
gonna
people are
ask-
leaving, so
Yeah. Just gonna look at one of the guys. You didn't happen to see a small green semi-flying creature, did you? About this big.
can't say that I have.
She was juggling earlier, entertaining the children while we were waiting in line.
And, another one of the guards over there's like, oh yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
She
Oh,
comes
haven't
over
seen.
here.
No. Although she is really small.
Am I able to get back into the city if I went to my ship?
Oh, you need to get a writ. Just head in those offices there and let them know.
In there.
Right there.
All right. Go in there.
All right. They take care of you. You get your own slip of paper now.
All right. Yeah, and I guess I will keep heading to the ship. At this point, feeling a little uncomfortable, I'm gonna start looking around, just seeing if I recognize any of my group, because we all kind of seemed like we. Well, I know Cedric said he wanted to go, but
Mhm.
and I think I was there for Lexi asking too, so at least I know. And then obviously Patel took off, so.
Yeah. By the time you get back to the ship, you don't really encounter anybody, but you do hear Lexi on the ship because she's getting things together. So at this point, you're hearing her talking to Rockin about.
I want to head the other direction on the ship, and I want to run my hand along the. Actually, first, I want to stick my head in and check on our injured crewmate, just to make sure he's all right at the moment.
Yes.
Sakabe.
Sakabe he's sitting up and he's kind of very hesitantly eating some soup or drinking
right.
some soup.
Yes. Just feeling very weak.
Been out for a bit.
I heard you took care of me. Thank you.
Wish I could have done more.
You did all that you could.
Has Verbana been by to see you at all?
Ratkin says she sleeps.
I was just wondering if she'd woken yet.
I have not seen her.
If I left a message with you, we have to go and do something. But if I left a message with you for her, could you give it to her?
It is the least I could do.
And I'm gonna leave the room and I'll go write a note to Ravana and I'll send to that later. But
Okay.
I'm going to give one last try of running my hand along the ship's hull and trying to reach out with my senses to see if I can sense her.
Give me Arete. Like, what'd you build here? Arete. Just a check, not a reaction. So you want to click on the word.
Oh, the word. Whoops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Here you go.
It's okay.
Oh.
But that would do it better. So
one
that
is
would
better.
like that first one didn't happen.
Sorry. You can choose whichever. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You all you sense is a quietness, but not of duress. But it's like you
Rest.
could ascertain. It's like, yeah, it's resting.
I'd like to, if I can, sorry, I'm trying to remember what each of these do because now they're all different. The healing ability I have that is spirit healing is what I'd like to do.
I believe
Is that
that's
soothe?
Soothe.
Yeah, I'd like to cast it once.
Okay.
So I'm trying to remember how to
It's
do
1d4 plus Gnosis.
Gnosis. Where's my Gnosis? There it is. Plus 2. So 1d4 plus 2. 1d4 plus 2.
So you touch the wall and you see a faint blue glow emanate from your hand and kind of pulse into the wood.
Did you already take my essence away? Or
No.
I was down 4 to 5. 4 from
Oh no,
5.
I recovered everybody.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then I will, I guess, I'll stick my head into Lexi's workroom if I can still hear her or wherever she is. I'm gonna head back into town. You wanna go? Are you ready?
I'm feeling a little bit better.
I'll wait for you up on the deck if you need a few moments. I'm gonna go check one last place for Wynn. And I'm gonna clamber up the mast just to see.
All right.
I grabbed my last few things to take along and put them in a backpack or whatever I've got. And
Your backpack.
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 It holds all kinds of things. Like a car. No, I'm just kidding. It's a magical backpack. No, just what I think would come in handy. A couple books to read, because I like to read.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Is Wynn up top or no?
No.
I come up and I'm like, you haven't found her?
I look down from the top. No, and I'll clamber back down. I am gonna take one of the blankets that was from up there that we've been using.
Yeah.
Like shove it in my pack and take it with me.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I got
See if
one
we
of
can
these
find
though.
her.
Apparently, you can just ask for them and they give them to you. And I'll hand it to Lexi. It's the paper that
I got mine.
Oh. Right.
Let's see if we can find Wynn.
She usually finds
We're gonna
me.
lose the light. We'll lose it.
Yeah.
But we have rooms back at the inn.
All right. I'll start walking back in.
Hey, you'll bite a rock again. Later.
Peace.
All right. Manda, eat the mates.
All right. So you head back to the. By the time you get back to the gate, it is traffic is negligible as far as there's nobody really coming in or leaving at this point. When you get to there, they check your papers and they look at you for a second. It's kind of like, these are different people than when you left. And they're like, all right, come on in and such. And you enter back into Harbor Rock. What's Cattell do? She's still out there?
Yes, she's found a patch of grass, plopped down on her back, and just putting her hands on her face, just starts crying. That's all.
That's all. Just sobbing by herself. You know.
That's all. Just a terribly sad image. That's all. Just gonna go get a drink. That's all.
I'm just gonna go sob in the grass. We're all good.
Okay.
Hey, they can be cleansing.
Very sad.
Except it doesn't stop, because the image of those faces of the people being locked in that just keeps playing over and over and over again, and starts bringing back some very dark memories for her. She's just crying, weeping.
All by herself.
Oh, my
You don't randomly hear her. You just randomly hear
She like
sobbing.
bells it out.
I hear something. Cattell's in trouble.
Sadness. As we go back in,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my eyes open for when, and if there's any shops that I see or vendors that I see that have like scarf like things that are brown, something that I can purchase for Cedric.
Mm.
Since I know he's not comfortable with that, I figured I would just try to do it for him and try to get it as close to what I know of the fabric that he has to go around his face.
All right, you find something passable. We'll say it's like to take a mark off your character. And I assume Lauren is also kind of looking around, like keeping an eye out.
Big time.
Well, you're kind of like scouring the streets, just kind of looking up and down and under, and no sign. But then she's upset. She doesn't want to be found. She won't be found.
She's plane shifted.
She's not even in this reality anymore.
Oh, did we have to pay anything for that other stuff that we were sampling and stuff?
It's on. The captain took care of it. You guys kind of all bolted
no,
in
I'm
it.
like, I'll cover it.
Yeah, I was like, he gave me
Yes,
guild marks to cover it. I would have. It just we got pulled away and things were happening.
Oh, that's right.
So.
You have all of our money.
You guys pulled
I
a
have
diamond
what
dash.
he gave me.
Yeah, but he said that was for everybody.
Hard time.
I don't remember that conversation.
No,
that way.
actually,
Is not. to be
he actually
trusted
said
as the
he
judge.
actually said to me something to the effect of, "Oh yeah, you probably don't have much," and gave it.
Remember
And then
something
I
to
thought
the
he
effect.
added to the end of that it's for the party as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
There was an addendum. I heard it too.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Not that it really matters.
For me, it does. I got someone I'm taking care of. So
True, true.
Are we back at the tavern now, or?
The two of you, give me a perception check. At least there's one of you. She's got Cedric's thing on as a blindfold. You can't see through it either.
that's good because you don't want to see through it. He's hiding things.
Lorna, you see, as you're kind of going down, you're looking around for wind and kind of checking everywhere. You see down an alley, like a empty alley, dark alley. You see Captain Baron talking to somebody.
I'm gonna put out a hand to Lexi. And can I actually never use this, might as well. Can I use my telescope ability to magnify incoming light so that I can see better into that area? I know I have low light vision, but
I think
bonus to sight.
so.
It says granting them a circumstance bonus to sight-based perception checks equal to +2 +1 per 5 arcana levels.
That's if you had to make a perception check to see, but you already see, so you're just kind of zooming in.
Yeah, I want to see who the other person is. I want to see if I can tell who he's.
All right,
talking.
so you kind of the light like refractors and such, and so it kind of kind of draws in where they become much closer. But the person he's talking to is cloaked with a hood pulled over his head. I say he, but actually can't even tell gender.
I'm gonna whisper to Lexi. Do you know who that is? The person the captain's talking to.
Is it dark?
It's not pitch black out. It's like dusk. So, but it's this
But
darkened
it's
alley.
in the alley.
Yes.
Like, could I stealth in there?
No, there's nothing to really stealth behind. She puts the books. Cedric's thing around her eyes. Nobody
I grab
can
her
see
shoulder
me.
and
Happened in one of our one shots.
I
Brilliant.
Lexi, how good at sneaking are you? Out of curiosity.
I can be stealthy when I want to be.
Louis.
I'm glad you caught that because I did that on purpose.
Perhaps I'm gonna look up. Can I see anywhere where I could climb up and get up to get
Yeah,
closer?
you can get to a rooftop without, especially if you kind of go around and up and then over.
Oh, is she climbing?
So perhaps maybe
I think she's looking to climb. She's looking up.
Okay,
a different
I'll look
path
too, then.
than just walking in. If you want to hear.
So want to hear. Let's go check.
All right.
I'm like whispering. We're nowhere near him.
I'm gonna, yeah, sure. I'll start to climb up as quietly as I can.
All right. What's your climb skill?
5.
5. And what is Lexi's?
3.
All right, you can take 10. You got to roll.
Me?
Climb, yeah.
Okay.
I should be climbing everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Just
All right,
down
you're
line.
good. All right, you scurry up.
Yay.
So you both get up to the top. Now make stealth checks.
Oh my goodness.
Cool.
I have a
You
plus
rolled
8.
survival. It's okay. You rolled
Oh,
survival.
did I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wrong check.
wrong check.
Cool.
Do you want me to re-roll in real stealth or just take that?
What is your bonus too? Because you rolled a 4.
3.
Okay. Wow. As you're walking on the roof piles.
Really
you're
thought
like,
I'd be
"Oh."
better at being stealthy. Like,
Well,
my
yeah.
class. I kind of thought I would be, but okay.
Well, you're only second level. I mean,
Yeah, you know, fair.
you gotta get the
That's
levels
fair.
to put the points into it.
That's fair.
All right, so you scurry up. You didn't realize that the roofs are tiled and such, so they're like snapping under your feet as you're trying to walk on it. You do the best you can, and you make your way to the top. They don't seem to notice you. Like they're still talking.
Can we hear him now?
Now you can make a perception check. Listen. Preferably not rolling like you've been rolling. Oh.
Nice.
Oh, they've got 20/20 vision on this check.
But we're listening.
Ah,
20/20 hearing.
20/20.
All right, so you hear the captains say, "Of course, I'm sure this is it. What more proof do you need?" Individual. This had better work, or else.
What?
This will never work. What else?
Well, after that, I was hearing the loop of the talking.
Yeah.
And then it keeps on looping, like the tavern talking, and then it
I
stops.
don't hear it.
Yeah, we're getting it.
I don't hear it either.
And then it stops. I
Yeah.
sent you a
Because
message
their
to let you know I was
tokens
doing
are
that.
in there. Are there tokens still in the? In?
No, mine was next to yours. It's okay. I just muted the tab.
Well, it just
I
comes
muted
on every once in a while and goes off.
It's not steady.
consistent.
Huh.
It's really weird. And so when you started talking, it went
Yeah.
on again, so I didn't hear anything you said.
No.
Okay, so what did you say?
He said that this had better work. He said.
The other guy does, not the
other.
captain.
Correct.
But the captain didn't say anything.
The captain said, "This isn't what more proof do you need?"
Okay, he said, so this is what more proof do you need? And then he said, then this better work. Okay. So it's like, this just looks like he had a side.
Can I look down?
mission.
Can I try to see what he's showing?
Seems to have some sort of like the cloaked figure has some sort of parcel, like a box type thing. I would say it's probably like a 1 by 1 foot square or cube, rather, a box that he has under his arm. And then
I'm sort of Laura, like, think.
I'm like,
the cloak figure says, "Do they suspect anything?"
They do now.
The captain says, "Of course not." And then they turn and part ways, each going in a different direction.
I elbowed her and I said, I'm following the cloak guy. And I'm going. I don't even ask you. I'm going.
and I'm gonna do one last look around and look up at the sky, and I'm going to just win, and pray that maybe he somehow when hears me. Damn it. Sorry, I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna follow after Lexi, I guess, because I'm pretty sure I know where the captain's going. So I'm gonna go after Lexi. And yeah.
And that's where we'll end.
Yeah, great spot to end.
So let's see. Catel's crying outside the town. Wynn is in the wind and would be very useful right now. Cedric, who also would be very useful right now, is staring out the window.
Yeah, how much of this did Cedric see from his window is what I'm curious about.
Let's see where.
Just to put it up to fate, roll percentiles.
You got it. You got it.
Be lucky. Be
Come
lucky.
on.
No whammies. No whammies.
18.
You don't see any of the captain or the figure, but you do see those two on a rooftop over.
So Cedric is just like looking.
To be fair, we could be looking for Wynn.
From the roofs.
As we failed our stealth checks and we're like in neon pink.
I didn't say you can't fail. You don't fail a stealth check. You just gotta beat their perception.
So Cedric is just like watching like couples and
But it
people
seems
walk
like
around.
he sees them what catches his eye is Lexi kind of popping up, and that's kind of caught his eye. And he looks, and then he sees Lorna that was crouched down, looking down, and looks, and then kind of stands up and kind of looks to the air, and is like, looks like she's kind of like, almost like, damn it, and then takes off after where Lexi went.
Though he does not seem to breathe, inhale much. He his shoulders slump in a sigh, and he turns around and begins making his way to the door. And that's it.
It's like, oh man, something's happening.
One of us really needs to learn whatever version of sending exists in this game.
Yes.
Alrighty. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there is an
I cannot
ability to that where you
pass
could
up.
create
That
where you
is-
could create a link and talk to people. But
Yeah.
you guys don't
I
have it.
just want to know what's in that box.
What's in the box?
The box.
At first, I thought it was your little thing that you played with that I decided to stab you.
Yeah.
But it's not big
Puzzle.
enough. Yeah, it's not big enough.
That's just.
Well, Val
super
gave that to
suspicious.
Fisk.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot he gave that to Fisk.
Oh,
Anyway, well.
the little cryptic thing. I had.
There we are, guys.
Here we are.
And then for half a second, I was terrified that was a bag and it had Win in it, and I was going to come after Steve.
No.
By the way,
On that one, you were like, I kill everyone.
Oh, that would have been a different
Arrows
situation.
flying, just as she descended.
my intention was never to frighten Win. By the way, that was never my. I'm so
frightened her?
I'm so sorry. Well, that's what I thought.
Look at you
mentioned
scared.
scaring her, but Lorna might have misinterpreted or, the action.
Or was just trying to hurt Cedric. Very sensitive boy.
Well,
I believe Cedric
did-
could be a sensitive boy, but nobody can tell.
You did say a very strange word that no one else understands that sounds very threatening in the way you say it. There's
Yeah, but
certain
everything he
interpretations.
says sounds. It's just everything. So it's like, how can you tell if that was threatening or not?
There's also certain reasons that always characters react certain ways because of certain backstory moments and things that go
Yeah.
on. So
Some of us
yeah.
run out of the city where there are no walls and burst into tears.
Yeah.
I respect that. Like Lorna totally respects that. She wouldn't mind doing it herself. At this
Yeah, I was gonna say, so it'd be
Not
weird if she
that
like turned her head and
anyone knows.
there's Lauren sitting over there with a little patch of
Right.
grass.
Only Lorna would be up in a tree.
That's fair. But nobody has any idea, and I love it.
Mhm.
I love that all this is going on while she's having a mental breakdown.
Just imagine one of the guards looks over and sees you.
Well, that's
Give her a
ma'am.
the gate she's out of is an unused gate, so there's like nobody was even there to really see her slip out.
I am.
I thought she
Which
went
is
through the same
exactly-
gate we went through.
No,
Oh.
she went out of 26.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Well, she's got the paperwork anyway, so it's.
Yeah, she's got the
Yeah.
paper.
She's
to get
got.
back
She's
in.
the one.
Not that
has it.
she's even thinking about
Yeah.
that. That is not what's happening in her head right now.
Well, I guess we're lucky then. That's how it worked out. that I got the papers and I was like, yeah, that's boring.
I almost
Here you
didn't
go.
ask. I was like, I don't know if Lorna would care. And then I was like, no, she probably would. Yeah, she'd be curious if, can I get back in? I just want to make sure. Anyway,
Oh well.
that
Okay,
was fun,
so
guys.
Exciting!
Mhm.
interestingly enough, though, is that
Technical difficulties, we
Yeah.
made it.
we're also not playing next week.
I
No.
Oh, that's
I'm
right.
sorry,
It's all her fault.
but
So
I
we'll
have
have-
adorable twin nephews who need my
If I had
love.
adorable twin
Yes.
nephews, I would be doing that too.
I'm
Family
actually
first.
debating taking them a set of dice each, potentially. If not this time, next time I go,
Oh, you're
and seeing
trying
if
to
they
make
want to
it
do a
nice.
one shot, like just a one game, like 1 hour. So I don't know if it's going to happen this time because it's probably
Are you gonna try to
too
make
short
them?
notice. I literally just got.
You got
I
the
just
mold
got
now?
that. I just got that mold today.
Well, if
So
you don't, if
I
you
need to
don't
get
buy
so
them
many
and take them this
supplies.
time, then you've got time to make them a set, which makes it even cooler.
Yeah.
That's true.
It would, but
Aw.
it's very interesting. It'll be interesting to see because one of them is so into magic and so into just he
My
thinks
brothers.
That's
he's,
awesome.
Like
he's
magic
just,
tricks or Magic the Gathering.
No, six, no. He's just very much one is very much the think of it this way. One is very much the into lizards and snakes and reptiles and dragons, and even dragons like cool. The other one is all about the fuzzy animals. And so that it's there's these mild differences like that with them, but then like one of them super into I can cast spells on you and I find fairy villages because I showed him how to find fairy villages at one point and it was really cute. And the other one is like, Auntie, I want to learn to sword fight. Okay. So I'm in hog heaven the entire time I'm there.
That's awesome.
So we go hunting dinosaurs and the werewolf packs because one of them watched the Disney werewolf movie or something. And so now he sings We Own the Night. And I'm like, oh, you are my you're my nephew. You're my child. Like, so much. So yeah. So
kindred
if you
spirit.
follow me on Instagram or TikTok, anyone, you probably will see, especially Instagram. But
I'm ready
probably
to see
TikTok
'em.
as well. You'll see a lot of videos coming out because usually that's when I post the most stuff.
I will be watching.
I
them.
already sent them the sound file that I found a stick in the one and now I'm gonna use it. We're totally, if I can get them to do it, we're totally doing it on a walk one day. I'm just gonna have them running around with a stick.
I love it.
So one of them's a little
Okay.
performer, so I know he'll get into it. So yeah, I'm excited. So
Awesome.
sorry, but no game because
No game next week. Okay.
It's okay.
We will be here the week after that. So August 2nd, we will be back in action to find out what's going on.
I will
with
be very
Bam.
happy, but I will be-
Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na. Ba-na-na.
But what else is going on with Lakeside Legendz?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I wrote
Okay.
it down.
Yay!
All right. So Lakeside Legendz has another campaign. We're going through the Chris Estrad Wizards of the Coast content. We stream Friday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Did you just say lizards of the coast?
Whoa. Wizards.
Wizards.
I don't think they said
Wizards.
lizards.
I'm so sorry. It's really funny if you did because it amuses me. I'm sorry.
I mean, they could be lizards. There are wizard lizards.
Good. There. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Anyway,
That
sorry.
have gizzards.
Obviously, come back and watch us on Monday nights, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Central Time.
Did it.
He did it.
Wow.
I'm looking at a document on my computer. You can also watch our previous VODs on YouTube. Last week's, our first session for Ætherealms will be up as soon as we finish a description. It's all ready to go. And our Misfits campaign is available on Spotify and other places you can listen to podcasts. All of our content is on lakesidelegends.com. And our Discord, Lakeside Village, is open. It is a community for fantasy enthusiasts where you can talk about fantasy nerdy stuff, collaborate on projects, and find D&D games and just hang out and have fun together. We do want it to be a safe place for everybody though. So, just be kind and respectful to each other. And
Or you get the band hammer.
that is what will happen.
The Discord link in the chat.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I need to get a bot in here so that we can just have these kind of things come throughout the chat. But that is all I have. We are streaming on Friday, so come watch that. Oh. There might be another Ember Ace crossover with Ember Aces on the 24th. That's to be determined, announced. We're going to get the previous one-shot gang back together to kind of do a second half of what we had done. My character and the CEO of Ember Aces were left stranded on a chaotic miasma planet meteor thing and are surrounded by undead. So, it's cool. That's how it ended.
Wonderful.
Awesome. It was awesome. what happened next is really epic in our heads, but if we don't know the one shot, we'll see what happens. So look for our social media on updates for that, and also other Lakeside Legendz stuff.
As we all know, dice happen.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. They do.
Dice, much like the internet, just isn't reliable.
Yeah, it just was not working. And thank you, John/Cedric, for saving the night.
Yay.
Interestingly enough, though, Susan
You're welcome.
never had a problem again.
Yeah, I was like, since
Yeah,
it went
no.
over. No.
I was wondering if it was just draining too much, and it was just
Might have
enough where
been.
it was pushing you over every once in a while when anytime that spike happened. So
Yeah.
Who knows?
All right, well, we'll get it all worked out. Keep getting better. In the meantime, thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you again down by the lakeside. Bye.
everybody's
Everybody just waves until
everybody
somebody
just-
hits the button.
I'm in charge now.